Alright, hi everyone. Today I'm gonna do a quick video presenting my Vaterra Twin Hammer, which does not look at all anymore like a Vaterra Twin Hammer. I have that's the overland axial for the SX10. I just mounted those big 1.9 duratrax that I got on Amazon. I used to run the original wheels and tires, which are pretty good. Just the grip is not that great on like wet surfaces, you know. So although it's not supposed to be a rock crawler, I like to crawl with it. And I don't know if you can tell already from the outside, but the wheelbase is very different from the original Twin Hammer. I think the original Twin Hammer, the rear wheel will almost touch the back of the body here. So I extended the wheelbase quite a lot to fit that body, and you'll see all the other change that I've made to it. So it's still a work in progress. You see, you can tell from the mess of cable. So right now I'm working on the interior. I have a little Yokomo driver inside. I'm starting to put some scale accessories at the back. But that's the body, and we don't care about the body right now. We care about the chassis. So here you are. That is my Vaterra Twin Hammer. Pretty heavily modified. Let me just tuck the cable away so it doesn't look like just a big mess of cable. So as you can see, the entire exo cage is gone, because the original Vaterra is a nightmare to remove. The body, it's like, I forgot, 12 screws or something like that. Every time. The battery is supposed to be at the back, hanging above the axle, which just makes the center of gravity really bad as well for driving. And so what I've done is get rid completely of the cage. I have designed some 3D printed parts over there that are just connected to the original part of the chassis, and so this way I can mount the shocks where they used to be at the back, but I have a back plate to put some body mounts, and I've used the body mount from the Slash. I guess it's the Slash two-wheel drive, front and back. I've designed another part in the front. If you can see, this part here is the 3D printed part on which I attach the Slash body post. And those are really good because they're really soft and flexible. And so far I haven't had any breakage on the 3D printed parts, which I guess they might break at some point. But and what else I've changed? I've changed here. I've designed a battery tray for a shorty lipo, and so now the battery sits on the chassis, not so high anymore compared to before. It's above the servo. It's not ideal. I know that they have some kits when you can put the battery in the front, but you need to change the suspension for it. And I kind of like the laid down shocks, although they don't work that well, just like the look of it. So I have my battery tray here, and at the back what I've done to extend the wheelbase is I've got those links, which are boom racing links, and they are made for the Yeti. And so those must be RPM, I guess, and that's the boom racing links. So those are parts for the Yeti, and then I changed to a new, I don't remember the size, it's a 135 to 162 drive shaft that I have inside now. And so this way the wheelbase is a lot longer, probably I'd say between 3 and 5 cm longer. I don't remember because that's been a really long time that I changed it. And so now I can fit 110 crawler bodies, all the axial range, and so on and so forth. Let me see if I can check the wheelbase now, so this way we'll be able to compare. Well, it's longer than my ruler, so it's got to be 31 and a half, I guess. Yeah, I guess 31.5 cm from front to back. And what else have changed? So just recently I used to run a brushless system, waterproof, sensorless system, but now I've converted it completely to do crawling and trailing. I used to drive it with the anti-roll bar in the front and the back, and like doing, you know, a little bit of speed and so on, but it's just solid axle is just really not good at turning around without flipping over, and I was tired of that, and I love the trailing. So this way I got a 35 turn, same that I have in my other MST crawler. I have the crawler quick run ESC. I've removed all the anti-sway bar, and so now I have like the crazy, really crazy articulation on the truck, and I can maintain it even with the body on, which is good. And I haven't tried the new tires on yet. There might be a little bit of body rub, but I don't think that's a big deal. And the last thing that I did on the truck is that normally it's locked diff. There's no diff at the back, it's a solid axle, and there's a diff in the front. And so it was, I tried to put some like really thick diff oil inside, but it's just not that good at crawling. It's really limited. It's already limited by the ride heights due to the suspension style. But so I've 3D printed a locker for the front diff, and it's 3D printed, it doesn't love torque, and so it broke right away. And so what I ended up doing, instead of buying the diff lock from Amazon, which is not that expensive, I don't plan to run it with a diff anymore. So I just put 2-part epoxy inside the diff, and now it's a lock diff. So simple, that works really well. It's never gonna be not locked anymore. It's completely full of epoxy inside. And so yeah, that's about it for that truck. It's a really fun truck. It's good with the 2-speed gearbox, that I can still have some speed even with a 35 turn. The speed is pretty good on the trail. I'm a bit unhappy with the amount of suspension travel in the front, but I'm yet to try it with those wheels that are larger than the original wheels. They gotta be like overall 1 cm bigger in diameter, I guess. So that should help. I mean the ride height is pretty good right now. You know, when it's without the battery inside and so on, it's like 6.5 cm from the ground. And yeah, the articulation is just amazing. And so yeah, that's it for the Vaterra. I'm gonna finish the body. I might have to give him a pal over there. He's driving his little thing. I got the new kayak installed at the back. It's just the prototype for it. I got my sand ladders, extinguisher, battery, canister, and yeah, that's it. It's ready for the trail. So I think you saw it on one of the videos last time, very shortly, when I was just testing the new electronics. You see that? I mean, that's really good. And so the next time I have a chance, I'll bring it to try to do some crawling, maybe on a like a hiking path that's not too far. We'll have rocks and sand and stuff, and just test the capacity of the truck. And so yeah, that's it. So that's my Vaterra Twin Hammers, highly modified, and in my opinion, nicer than the original. See you next time.